Welcome to LexLocal. I'm your host, Rick Dorrington. Lexington is certainly where liberty began, but these days it feels more like where community involvement never ends. We've got a packed show for you tonight, featuring everything from historical celebrations to culinary creations that'll make your mouth water. Let's dive right in. The Planning Board held a 5.5-hour meeting to continue public hearing comments on the construction of the 29,000 square foot mixed-use development on Militia Drive. The project includes 300 living units, commercial space, and car and bicycle parking. The first hearing was held last November when residents expressed concern on the size and impact of the project. Since then, the architects and lawyers have gone back to the drawing board to make some adjustments.
At the first hearing, some of the board members commented on the massing of the building, suggesting that the scale seemed unnecessarily large and the need for responsible density and the desire to have a floor eliminated. And while the applicant heard these comments and made significant changes, including the elimination of one story on the east building and the elimination of 19 residential dwelling units, it's worth emphasizing that the village and multifamily overlay bylaw, through the application of its dimensional regulations, is what controls the density. And this bylaw specifically provides that the number of stories is not restricted.
So what we have tried to do was come up with scaling solutions, which has to do with organization of the facades. Some changes in program, such that were touched on earlier by Adam, such as reducing the number of floors of the east building from 6 floors to 5 floors. Some of the scaling issues have to do with how the facades are organized. And we'll talk about those in greater detail a little bit later. And even more broadly than that, we'll offer to you for your consideration a completely different way of looking at the building, a different philosophical approach.
We are really dreading this project in terms of the duration of the demo, the building, the heavy equipment, the traffic, the noise, the air quality. The impact on wildlife and humans. I hope that will be done as politely as possible, but I'm just afraid with the sheer size of this, I'm not sure how that can be mitigated.
I'm Mark. We're up on Stratham Road, so we're abutters to this project, and overall, we generally support upgrading that site with this. Overall, looks like a fairly reasonable project to me. That being said, I'm a little concerned about the impact to the canopy, so I'm going to just talk for a second about why I like it. Compared to many other sites we're talking about in town, this one has the ability to actually walk places that are very useful, whether that's school, recreation. There's like lots of things that helps, and it allows it to integrate into the community a lot more, which we don't necessarily always see. So I'd like us not to get bogged down too much in the fact that it's in the middle of town, because I think that's a plus.
I move to continue the public hearing for 3, 4, and 5 Militia Drive to Wednesday, March 5th, 2025 at or after 6 p.m. on Zoom.
The next public hearing is scheduled for March 5th. As we approach Lexington's 250th anniversary, our town is getting ready to unveil something special. The Path to Liberty installation will honor those brave patriots who stood their ground on that fateful April morning.
Lexington, the birthplace of American liberty, is set to honor its rich history with a monumental addition. As part of the Lex 250 celebration, a new memorial called The Path to Liberty is being constructed to commemorate the bravery and sacrifice of the American patriots who stood their ground against overwhelming odds.
The Select Board actually had as part of its charge the possibility of a monument to commemorate the 250. Howard Wall contacted me because he knew I was involved with some of these committees and offered $250,000 to have a monument put up by April 19th in time for the 250 celebration.
The installation will transform the space, recalling the historic Catherine Harrington house that once stood here. 13 red and white stripes will represent the original British colonies. To the south, 250 red steel pipes will symbolize British soldiers, while to the north, 77 blue pipes will represent the American militiamen who faced them. The memorial will also include an open book etched with the names of the militiamen, along with stories of their heroism. Information will be accessible to all, with Braille inscriptions and a QR code linking visitors to additional resources in multiple languages.
The story is about courage. It's about how ordinary people in a crisis were courageous and stood their ground against an overwhelming force. You're walking between the two armies, and you can stand and experience what it would be in the middle, but that it's a place for reflection, and we would want people to come here to think about what happened, but also to think what it means for us now, and to also have a conversation, to be able to really exercise democracy.
The project is a commemoration to the 250th anniversary of the Battle of Lexington. It was a project that was started 3 years ago. I hope that they're appreciating that this is another way of retelling our story. Unless you've been lucky enough to actually witness the reenactment battle on April 19th, it's strategically located between the Captain Parker statue and the belfry where the alarm was sent out that morning, gathering the militia on the green. And it is accurately called the Pathway to Liberty for that reason.
As the countdown to April 19th continues, Lexington prepares to unveil a new chapter in its story, a tribute to the past and a beacon for the future.
Our town kicked off 2025 with a powerful tribute to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s legacy. Starting off with ceremonies at Grace Chapel, the annual celebration brought dozens of residents together for a march through our historic streets, proving that Dr. King's dream is very much still alive right here in Lexington. Take a look.
On this very day of remembrance of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., I stand here as a part of a long tradition of those who dared not only to imagine a better world, but to craft one.
I'm thrilled to be joining everyone in the Lexington community to celebrate Martin Luther King Day. This is a tradition that has been going on for quite a number of years, and it's really intended to bring out everyone together in unity to celebrate how we have a shared humanity and that we want to recognize that we are all one community.
We fought so hard for the acknowledgement of this great man. And yet every day that we celebrate him, we also have to mourn him at the same time. Because he fought for everything we believe in, and he paid the ultimate price.
But here today, this is MLK. This is a very, very special day. This is not any other MLK day. So this morning we said something, we're better together, and it's more than ever. And so I'm also here representing the CAAL Coalition for Anti-Racism Equity. You have my button here. The whole point is we have to face our history, and MLK is a part of it, the civil rights, all of that. And then, so in that case, so teach us history, all of it, because we need education, we need the empowerment, and we need to move this nation forward.
Dr. King is really, his principles are foundational to America. Just as we started America on the battle green with the first shot of the American Revolution 250 years ago, so 60 years ago began a new revolution with the Civil Rights Act and the Hart-Celler Act. The Lex 250 will be leading into all of these conversations, and we look forward to seeing you at Patriots Day and beyond. Follow lex250.org for more information. Thank you.
Coming up, we check in on local school events. We'll be right back. Stick with us. The Lexington Education Foundation's Trivia Bee was a resounding success, raising funds for local education while showcasing community members' intellectual firepower. Competitors battled for bragging rights and supported a worthy cause, turning knowledge into meaningful support for local schools.
My name is Nicole Quello, and I am the co-president of the Lexington Education Foundation.
Well, welcome to the new LEF Trivia Bee. Are we ready to jump into this?
The Lexington Education Foundation is a volunteer-run, nonprofit organization that provides teacher-initiated grants to all 10 Lexington public schools. The LEF Trivia Bee is in its 29th year, and this is a very exciting year because we changed the format a bit, but we also invited younger students to participate. So we had a junior bee that included students in grades 5 through 8. And then we're hosting our adult bee, which includes Lexington High School students to adults. LEF provides grants that align with the district's priorities but fall outside of their budget. The Lexington Education Foundation is made up of volunteers who are extremely passionate about our students and our teachers, and we just love to give back to our community. And for this reason, we've had many volunteers who have been on our board and on our committees for several years. We are hosting our largest fundraiser on April 5th. Here in Lexington at Il Casal Restaurant. We'll start registration for that in about a month. Next school year, you can look forward to the grantee reception, the 30th annual Trivia Bee, and another celebration for education.
Congratulations to the winner, the Lexington Observer, the local news rules.
The Lexington Observer certainly bewildered the competition as they took home first place. High five to all those folks over there. Speaking of champions, our Lexington High School basketball teams are giving us plenty to cheer about. With senior night approaching, both our boys and girls varsity teams are showing us why they're forces to be reckoned with. Terry Samaras has a season recap and a playoff preview with the LHS Minuteman basketball teams.
What's up, guys? Terry Samaras down here for LexLocal Sports, where today we're going to be covering the Lexington boys and girls varsity basketball teams. They're going to have a doubleheader against Arlington. I was able to catch up with a few of the players to get some interviews and talk about the season, the playoff excitement, and the upcoming senior night. What's it like going into these last couple games? What are you trying to learn from it? Are you trying to build momentum for the playoffs? What's going on?
You know, we're coming off a loss, and, you know, that kind of hurt us, but we got a good opportunity to come back and get revenge against a top 10 team in the state, so we're just here to prove ourselves and show where we're about, and tonight I think we're going to do that.
What's the mentality of the team going forward into the playoffs, and just tell me about the mindset of the team right now.
Yeah, just keep competing, honestly. We just keep going to practice, keep competing with each other, and we love to come out here on nights like this to just play and have fun. But
the season is going great. We had kind of a rough start, but we kind of brought it all together, and now we're doing pretty well, so it's really exciting. And I really love this team, so it's super fun to be playing right now.
Absolutely. And I think you guys lost a good amount of seniors last year. So tell me about how not the rebuild, but you have a new group of girls in here. Just tell me how that's been going for you guys.
Yeah, we lost 2 seniors and then a couple girls to private school, so it was really hard to adjust to that, but a lot of people have been stepping up, which has been great, and it's super important for them to step up, which we really need. So it has been tough to build it back up, but we've been able to really bring it together as a team.
Push. We got a handful of games left in the season. What's going through the locker room? What's your mentality right now?
Right now, we're just putting everything we can into practices and working super hard for that. And we know that every game is just a better chance to get into the playoffs. And so that's our mindset going into every game right now.
Following these recent interviews, the LHS boys basketball team has extended their winning streak to 3 games, improving their record to an impressive 11-3. This performance has them on the cusp of securing a home playoff game, which will be available to live stream on the LexMedia YouTube and the LexMedia cable education channels.
Lexington with the win. Huge win right here by Lexington.
The girls basketball team has faced challenges, dropping games to Arlington and Woburn. However, they bounced back with a crucial road victory against Reading. Currently sitting at 6-9, the team faces a pivotal stretch in their season, needing a few more wins to solidify a playoff spot. Good luck to the boys and girls basketball teams down this tough stretch. As the season nears its conclusion, excitement is building for senior night, scheduled for February 11th. This final regular season home game will celebrate the contributions and achievements of the senior players. I had the opportunity to speak with several seniors to hear their reflections on this special occasion and what it means to them.
Yeah, so I'm going to be really grateful for just everything that LHS basketball has done for me. You know, this is 4 years of my life. It's been a big part of who I am now. So I'm super excited to see that all culminate. And it's going to be a big game for us as a team because we lost to Belmont the first time. And we're really hopeful to kind of like round it out and have a nice win there, get some momentum from that, and have a lot of people in the gym.
It's going to be a really important night. I'm really excited. I feel like it's going to be very sentimental. But it's going to be great to spend, because the other seniors are some of my best friends, so I'm really excited to spend that night with them and just feel appreciated.
Real. I mean, yeah, I'm excited. It's always energetic for senior night. Love the parents in the crowd, my friends, my family, my teachers will probably be coming too, but yeah, I'm just looking forward to the energy that night, honestly.
It's definitely emotional. I hope it's not the last game on the court. But yeah, I'm excited. I love the other seniors on this team, and it's just been a great journey so far. So
Awesome. Stella, I appreciate you taking the time. Good luck tonight. Good luck with the rest of the season, and we'll be here to film it. All right, thank you. All right, Terry Samaras down here. LexLocal, appreciate it. Back to you.
If you've ever wondered where tomorrow's top chefs are coming from, look no further than Minuteman High School. Their culinary program is cooking up success and some mouth-watering dishes that had Minuteman High School and LexMedia co-op student Allison Russell lingering just a little bit longer than usual.
I am Avery, and I am a senior. So our shop is kind of broken up into the three areas. Out front, they're kind of what works with the customers. In the bakery, we do what you would expect for a bakery, mostly pastries, breads. We have a weekly bake sale, and we also make desserts for the restaurant. And then in the kitchen, we cook for the restaurant, but then we also make soups, we make the cafe food, and we rotate those three areas.
Hi, my name is Dylan Pritchett. I'm in Culinary, and I'm in the 12th grade. My favorite part of the shop is honestly just the family and community that we have created. Our chefs are pretty much our second parents. All of the kids in the shop are pretty much our siblings. It creates so many opportunities for everyone.
I came to Minuteman because I have always wanted to be a baker. I knew before I came I was going to be going into culinary.
I'm Chef Marty McElhenney. I've been here 14 years. I'm one of the culinary teachers that are here at Minuteman High School. I teach the hot side of the food, so I'm running the restaurant, doing functions. I do love working here. I cannot complain.
My name is Chef Dan. I am one of the culinary instructors at Minuteman. I teach the baking program, and I've been here 23 years. We're primarily a retail bakery. We focus on the desserts for the cafe and for the restaurant. We're a production shop. We primarily focus on cooking and baking, but the jobs don't just end there. With a cooking background and education, we have students that have gone into nutrition, they've become dietitians, students that are research chefs. The foundation that you get here in food knowledge can take you in many, many different directions, not just into a kitchen.
It amazes me what the students can do and are willing to do to help you get food out in a day. There's lots of deadlines that we have to hit. I can't tell people, no, it's gonna take you an hour to get your food. It's not acceptable. It amazes me what they learn quickly. I couldn't do my job without them.
Now, I have some extreme dietary restrictions, but even I'm willing to risk it all for some of those dishes. Coming up, we take a look at the Lunar New Year celebrations and a projection show that lights up the depot. Stick with us, we'll be right back. The year of the snake slithered into Lexington as Chinese Lunar New Year festivities captivated audiences with mesmerizing performances that showcased rich cultural traditions and community spirit. Both of our local Chinese organizations, CAAL and Calex, put on wonderful events for the whole town. Take a look.
Yeah, I'm Melanie Lin. I'm the co-president of Chinese American Association of Lexington.
named CAAL. And today is a wonderful day that we gathered, the community gathered in Lexington High School auditorium for a celebrate Lunar New Year. The performance is a variety, and we have a dragon dance team and led by our community leaders, and the music is accompanied by Lexington Symphony. This is also the first ever. And we have dance, martial art, singing, and music instrument played by world-renowned musician, and many more. CAAL has been hosting this event for 40 years, so 4 decades. And this is actually the first time we have a East-West theme that we want to celebrate the culture together by collaborating with Lexington Symphony and also collaborating with Lex 250. And we know that in the coming year, we are going to celebrate the Lexington, the revolution, American Revolution that happens here in Lexington. And as a country built by immigrants, and this is very significant, and we would like to be part of this celebration. You know, this event is not possible without the generous support of our partners and our sponsors and hundreds of volunteers. We have 300 performers and probably 200 volunteers here, right here. Another significant thing is on January 29th, it's the Lunar New Year Day. That's the first time, first ever, that school has a holiday just to celebrate the Lunar New Year. And the CAAL will have a food and culture festival here at Lexington High School. And we welcome all the community come to enjoy and celebrate with us.
See you next year.
Happy New Year! 恭喜发财!
What a beautiful celebration that was. They do a great job putting that on every year. The Munroe Center for the Arts lit up our town with LexLux. Who knew our historic buildings could double as canvases? Projections transformed familiar facades into works of art in a beautiful celebration of light.
Hi, my name is Christina Burwell. I'm the Executive Director for the Munroe Center for the Arts. We are your hosts for LexLux this year. It started many years ago. I would light up the Stone Building in East Lexington. From there, once I started working at the Munroe Center, I wanted to do something at Munroe. The projection mapping that's back here is just so much fun. We have a neighbor who's a light artist who's doing spirographs over here. We have an artist who has this amazing Brighter Ignited interactive light sculpture and this interactive light craft activity. It's the dark days of winter where it's cold and we want to just hibernate, but at the same time we have a longing for light and joy and companionship with people, and it's inspiring.
Hi, my name is Tova Speeder, and I am the artist behind Brighter Ignited, which is this giant interactive light display. Really came from this inspiration of the Light Bright, which was my favorite toy when I was growing up, and I wanted to make that but 20 times bigger, and also in a way that could be interactive and engage people to really connect and to play and to share their light with the community. Each of the pegs actually has a different symbol on it that are all different light sources, and I offered a meaning behind each of them. I did workshops with hundreds of people who each were asked this question, both what light source are they like and also what color are they like, and they created their special unique design. And now when it travels around to communities all around Massachusetts and beyond, people have a chance to answer that question for themselves, to say, oh, I'm like a purple moon, or I'm like a green firefly, and then they find that peg, that combination, and they light it up, and that way they're lighting up their own sense of self and light that they share, and they're also lighting up a stranger who created it, who they might not know, but they have a connection now with, as we all contribute to this collective color in our community.
They emphasize collaboration, perseverance, dedication, and kindness, working efficiently together and building upon teamwork skills that gain the most from every learning experience. And they have done wonders tonight.
We are the Youth STEAM Initiative, and we focus on the incorporation of art and science, and they suggested us to join the LexLux team to do a projection mapping for the depot building also. We're really proud that so many people are here to join us and watch our results. And before this, to be honest, I was pretty worried if this is gonna work out, but after seeing the result, I'm pretty proud of what we have accomplished, and the video, I think it looks pretty cool.
Congratulations to those folks over at Munroe Center for the Arts for putting on such a great event. I'm Rick Dorrington. For all of us here at LexMedia, stay warm as we go into these dog days of winter, and thank you for watching.